Hello, and welcome to the final quarterly update video of this year. I know it's called quarterly, but there's not 4 videos ever of this, for me, at least, so yeah. It is the last 25 books that I've read since the last video, which is not confusing at all, which is book 51 until 75, if that makes sense. Let's just get into it. So in total, I read 7,974 pages, which is basically the same as last time, a little bit less though, which is understandable because I read a lot of comics. Trying to get on track on my reading goal. That's what I meant to say. Which means that I read, on average, 84 pages a day, which is okay. It's a little bit less than my average in the entire year of last year, which is 100, I think. Around 100, I don't remember. And the time spent to read all these 25 books was 95 days, which was less than last time, thank God. Last time was like 112. It's a little bit less now. Good. The average time to read a book was 3.4 days, which is pretty normal for me. And the average rating of all these books is a 3.7, which is okay. The last thing I'm going to talk about before I mention the books that are missing from here, because as usual there are books missing, are the authors, now it's plural, that I read the most from, or of, I don't know correct English anymore. And there are 3. It is J. Kristoff, Victoria Schwab, and Bridget Kemmerer, where I read 2 books of each of those 3 authors. Now I'm going to tell you all the books that are missing from this stack because there aren't 25 here if you count them. They're like, I don't know, I didn't count. 8 books missing, so do the math. 25 minus 8 is 17. Maths, quick maths. Those books are Beach Reads Book Club, Love Life, Keeper of the Little Folk, The Bruja is Missing, The Storm, Big Hero 6 Volume 1, When Will Ayumu Make His Move, and I Hate You More. Also, before I start shuffling these books around, there is a book that I'm not counting for the 25, so the 26th book is a DNF, which is The Hand of the Sun King. I'm just counting the pages that I read of it, which is like 87 pages, into the total amount of pages that I read. Just for your information, I don't know if that matters, but here we are. Let's shuffle these books. So the first way that I shuffle these around is whether or not they are part of a series. So as usual, I mostly read books that are part of a series. That's usually what happens in fantasy books, and the books that I buy are usually series. So 56% of books, also this stack, forgetting the ebooks, this stack, 56% are part of series and the rest are not, which is pretty usual. Again, ignore the fact that a lot of books are missing from the stack, but what am I gonna do? I don't know. The next mixture was really easy. I just took this book from under there and put it there. Maybe you noticed, I don't know. But it is the genre of these books. So this time fantasy is not the one that I've read the most. It is tied with this stack, which is romance. I read 40% of each genre, so 40% romance books and 40% fantasy books. The remaining 20% are comics, which is basically most of the arcs, except for a few, but that doesn't matter. Now, a huge stack, I wonder what that is, but it is now sorted into female or male authors. If I have assumed somebody's gender, please tell me, but I did try and do my best research. Not a lot of books are by male authors. 64% of books that I've read are by female authors. That's pretty usual for me. I don't know why. I don't choose, I just choose the book, so don't think that I'm being sexist or something. It's not on purpose, but 7 books were by male authors. Next is the author's nationalities, which is a thing I really like to discover when researching stuff for statistics. So I have a few. I don't think I have a new one Maybe. I don't remember if I've had. Anyways, let's get into it. So the first nationality that I have is British. I have had that before. Pretty usual. Also, by the way, these are all American. Unless I'm wrong, please correct me. Always correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I have 4 authors that are British. I'm holding 3 books because one of the authors is Catherine Freeman. But yeah, all these are British authors. Lewis Carroll, Beth O'Leary, Sophie Kinsella, and Catherine Freeman. The next nationality that I have is Australian, where I have 2 authors, but 3 books, which are Jay Kristoff and Sophie Gonzalez. They're Australian, which is fun. Next I have a French author, which is Cédric Mayen. I don't know how to say that correctly, but is the author of this book, which is The Bruja is Missing. Almost forgot. Yeah, I don't think I've had French before, and I don't remember, so. I also have a Japanese author, which is the author of the manga that I read, he is called Soichiro Yamamoto, but I'm probably butchering that. Anyways. However, I need to add this at the end, so in case I did something wrong. There are 3 authors where I did not know or could not find their nationalities, which are Hong Gyu-an, which is the author of the Big Hero 6 series book, Damien, and Carbone. Also, the last 2, I didn't know what gender they were, so I didn't include them in my statistics because I don't want to be wrong. And the last thing that I usually talk about in these videos are my favorite and least favorite books of these 25. My favorite is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. It's one of my new favorite books and probably new favorite series. I am in love. And my least favorite book is Love Life, which I hated to death. Do not read that. But those are all the statistics of these 25 books that I've read since the last video. I'm not going to do another one because my reading goal is 100, and the last video is technically my year stats, which are next year in January. I always post it. I love statistics, as you probably have noticed. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!